Hi everyone, today we're going to learn a simple past. What is the simple past and what is the use? The simple past is using when the event is in the past. For example, tell me what is the structure of simple past? It's very simple. For example, you use a subject plus a verb, a principal verb or verb in action but in the past. But in these sentences, for example, you use in two forms with the verb be and the other verbs. In the verb to be and other verbs. And what more? You need to use a complement. And this is the structure or simple past. Okay, when I don't remember examples to learn better what is the simple past. For example, if you use the verb be, in this case verb to be, the verb to be, you use in two forms. For example, you need to use I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. You need to use verb to be. For example, I, you use con verb be was. You and you were. He was. She was. It was. The three pronouns is was, we were, and they were. With this form you use the verb be in the simple past. Okay? You need to put an example. For example, you say Tony is he, but he you need to configuration in was. Tony was, for example, Tony was work. Tony was a doctor. And this is the sentence in simple past using to be. For example, another example. I and Maria. In this case, is two persons. When in two persons, use were. Were maybe students. I and Maria were students. And these sentences were in past. And what happens if you use other verbs? For example, if you use other verbs, Okay. Other verbs. You use a different verbs in action. For example, the verb play, the verb study, the verb watch, maybe the verb go. In these verbs, you need to use a little changing. For example, play, you use play, but what happened? You need to add ed. What happened with study? Study is similar. For example, you need to the verb study, but in this case, the letter Y change. Studied. And what happened with the verb watch? Watch it. And the verb go? Go it? No, right? This verb not at the end ed. Because why? Because this verb is irregular. Three verbs, it's regular. But the last it's irregular. And this verb, you need to change the form. For example, the past of the verb go is went. And it's not necessary to use, or no it's necessary to put ed. Okay? If the verb is regular, you need to add ed, or ed, or only ed. Okay? Examples to understand. Okay, for example, Pedro work. Work is the verb. The verb is regular. Do you remember what at in verb regular? Ed, right? Yes, exactly. Ed. Work it. In the factory. For example, yesterday. Don't forget the period of time you mentioned in the past. For example, yesterday, last month, last year, or maybe last week. I don't know. Another verb. Another example. Maria go. Do you remember the verb go? Right? This is in the present. And what is in the past, the verb go? You use ed? No, right? Because this is irregular verb. When it's irregular verb, to change that verb. In this case, go, you need to change with went. Yes, Maria went to visit the school last week. And this is the sentence in the past. Do you remember the structure? Subject, verb principal, word, but in the past, in the complement, right? And this is the structure, in similar to the sentence 2. Maria, subject, the verb principal in the past, went, and the complement. And this is the simple past. Easy, right? Okay, thank you very much.